Season 2 of the hit Hulu show UnPrisoned drops today, and joining us now to talk about what we'll see in Season 2 is one of the stars. He plays Finn, Kerry Washington's son on the show. It's Folly Rakatohavana. Folly, it is so great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so can you catch us and our viewers up where Season 1 ended and where Season 2 is picking up?
Oh yeah, Season 1 ended in a pretty heavy spot. You know, a bunch of loose ties that need to be tied up. And Season 2, we're jumping straight into that.
Straight into it. Get into the action.
Straight into it.
Can you talk a little bit, too, about how you got this amazing job and what it's like? I'm sure you get asked all the time, what is Kerry Washington really like? She's so iconic and people love her. Yeah,
working with Kerry has been awesome. You know, she is, she truly is somebody I look up to, as well as Delroy. They have pushed me to be way better than I was. When I started, I can definitely say they have taught me so much, just learning to be in the moment, being spontaneous, you know, just reacting honestly, finding authenticity in all of our work. And they're amazing people, and I love them.
For you, Folly, what was it like reprising the role of Finn? You know, he's a teenager in the show, but, you know, you're not a teenager in real life. So was that cathartic for you? Did it bring back memories of when you were 17?
Yeah, for sure. PTSD. Everybody was 17 once, you know. You're at that age, you're going to college. You got to figure out what you're going to do or what you want to do, you know. And especially with Finn, you know, having parents like Paige and Edwin, you know, he's got a lot going on there as well. So he's curious about who he is and what he wants to do, and he's growing up. And so going back and getting to like retrace what that felt like for me. So it was pretty wild. And it was a lot of fun though. And I'm excited for people to see it, and I hope people can relate to it.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. It looks like you're a tight-knit cast. Does everybody get along? Do you guys have fun on the set?
Oh, yeah, of course. That was the most important part for me, was chemistry. Yeah, I think we nailed that on the head for sure. Every day on set was so much fun. I never had a bad day. And, yeah, even, like, it was so relaxed and so everybody was working to find the truth in the work, and everyone was working hard. And, but there was joy. Every day on set just felt happy and bright.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you kind of touched on this talking about Kerry Washington, but you know, as a young and successful actor thus far, you know, have you been able to pick the brains of John Stamos and Kerry and your other co-stars of like, okay, so, you know, I've got this big decision to make. What would you do if you were me? Or are you able to like kind of sit there and pick their brains and just like learn from them like a sponge?
Yes, yeah, of course. That's all I am. A sponge. That's all I do. I just absorb.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like, hey, how would you guys do this or that? I kind of just, because we're all actors and we're all kind of going through the same thing, you know? Everyone has their own creative processes, of course. We're all playing different characters, but down to like its basic thing, we're all acting, you know? So watching them and seeing what they're doing definitely helps me a lot, because I can use that, you know. But a lot of the best work I've noticed is just when you're in it, just being spontaneous and just living vicariously through everybody else, allowing them to work, and then you working off of them. That's why chemistry was so important for me, because that's what the show is, you know. It's about therapy, it's about healing, it's about family. You know, there's got to be real love there, and that was my goal, was to find.
Is it a pretty rigorous shooting schedule? Like, I am always impressed with actors. You can memorize so many lines. Is it a quick process? Do you take your time? How does the shooting schedule work?
Yeah, I mean, the shooting schedules are shooting schedules. You know, they're all over the place. I just show up when they call me. Yeah, when it comes to the lines and stuff, because the schedule is like unpredictable sometimes, things are always changing. You know, I try not to get too caught up on lines, and I just kind of just focus more on the arc of the scene, the journey of where it's going, you know, and you know, you get to play around with that.
Yeah.
And then the lines just become a little more natural, and you get to do fun stuff with it, and it becomes a collaboration. You get to get creative and get to do all the cool stuff, you know?
Yeah, that's important.
That is super important.
Yeah.
And like you said, you're having fun while you're doing it. You're being spontaneous. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, exactly, you know?
Well, we appreciate your time. We're so excited for season 2. We love your character on the show. We love all the characters. It's so inspirational. And again, like you said, there's a lot of learning, a lot of healing, and we love the show. So thank you so much for your time this morning. Best of luck to you, my friend.
Of course, thank you for having me. It was
All right,
great talking to you guys.
all 8 episodes available on Hulu